Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the start line by a trumpeteer, singer-songwriter, and one of the founding members of Chicago, releasing their 38th record, Born for This Moment. We welcome Lee Loughnane.
How you doing? How are you, Sean?
Lee, absolutely great. Let's go beyond the mic. Your parents wanted you to have a real career. You ready to give it up and be a janitor again? Or are you happy you guys are still playing together?
I am very happy playing music, and it was apparent to me. I'm one of the few people I've ever known that knew what he wanted to do when he was very young, and I don't know why that is, but it seems like very few people are able to decide what they want to do. It doesn't seem like anything is for them. But, you know, when people ask me my advice as to, if they want to be a musician, how do you go about it? I say that anything that you can spend so much time with that all of a sudden you look at your watch and go, no wonder I'm hungry. I've been doing this for 8 hours. I mean, it could be math. Whatever it is that excites you to that point, do that.
Lee, how has music touched your soul?
How has it touched my soul? It just, well, I mean, I wear my feelings on my sleeve. You've probably seen me cry a few times. I'm sort of the crybaby of the band.
It's okay.
But when something gets to me, it gets to me. And my youngest brother, Phil, he has the same thing. He admitted it to me. He said, John, yeah, I cry all the time. I'm sitting in the movie and all of a sudden I'm tearing up. And it's just the way we are. But music has always, like when I heard first time I ever saw your face, that one brought me to tears. Roberta Flack. Unbelievable. It's just music can touch the inner emotions.
How did Ross and the Majestics prepare you for playing with Chicago?
It was just a stepping stone from one level to the next. It's interesting that you even know that I did that. And unfortunately, Ross has just now passed in the last year. And our drummer, Joe Passarella, he just passed about 2 weeks ago. So it was amazing. We stayed in touch through the years. And Ross was always upset that he had trouble getting me to sing back then. And now I do it more. He said, I couldn't get you to do that when we were playing.
Why was the pandemic good for creativity?
Because we had to figure out a way of surviving throughout that period. And I built a studio and finished the Carnegie Hall project, which was in 1971. Rhino Records hired me to produce all 8 shows. The 4th album was the Carnegie Hall live album, and that was only a compilation of one of the shows. So me and Tim Jessup did all 8. And once that was finished, we were in the process of building the studio. So having the pandemic going allowed me to finish the studio and write one of the songs, or actually record one of the songs that I had written 20 years before with John Durrill. And we recorded it on the road before one of the shows in 2021, after we were able to go back out again and play live. And that was the only song that the band played together and played the track.
Now, you were part of a big trumpet group who jumped onto Zoom and saluted healthcare workers. Why was doing that important for you?
It was great because we get so much out of this business, and it's to be able to give something back is something that I think needs to be done. So it was great being able to do that.
How has Born for This Moment evolved, especially since you did the horn section in your studio in Arizona?
Well, the album evolved through the songwriters mainly because we could not get together. We would send songs to each other, and If This Is Goodbye was one of the first ones that came to me. And I thought, this song has something that I haven't heard us do. And I think it's a hit record no matter who does it, but it would be great for us. And as it turns out, it's got some legs because it's in the top 20 in the AC charts right now.
If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app. One of the founding members of Chicago, Lee Loughnane, joins us Beyond the Mic. And Lee, it's time for the Rocking 8. 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure. What was your first horn, and do you still have it?
It was a Bach Stradivarius, and I still have it, but it doesn't play anymore. I blew it out.
Where is your favorite Chicago tour stop of all time?
Boston.
So what do you like on pizza?
Sausage.
Very nice.
Sweet sausage.
What's your favorite memory of DePaul University?
Practice rooms.
My son says the same thing about the practice rooms at Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So where's the best place growing up in Elmwood Park?
We used to play around on the tracks, dangerously enough.
Who's your favorite BG?
Favorite BG is the only one living.
If you couldn't be in a band anymore, what would you want to do?
Probably drive a cab or something.
Wow, that would be interesting.
Maybe photography.
Where did you meet your best friend?
In grade school.
It's time for One Big Question with Lee Loughnane from Chicago. Which of the songs on Born for This Moment touches you like no other song on the album?
If This Is Goodbye.
Why?
Because it definitely brings up the question, which is why I thought it should be the title of the album. It brings up the question of, are you going to keep going? Is this something, can you keep those relationships together? All of those questions are asked during the course of that song, and very emotional.
What do you have to say to your fans after all these years?
Thank you very much. I am so happy and proud that they like what we have done, because you don't know until you get out there and play before people. It's pretty instantaneous that the reaction is either good or bad, and we have had no bad reactions in 55 years, or very few. And usually it came as a result of something going wrong on stage.
Lee, you're the peacemaker of the band. The band's fought, came back together. Fought, came out together. How has your family fought, came back together after all these years?
I'm not quite sure I'm the peacemaker at all times. I may be getting in there and starting things up, but it gets resolved because we enjoy what we're doing. And the alternative, we haven't figured out what that might be. So it is better for us to stay together. And the results are pretty obvious. And I'm talking to you right now. We're playing another show tomorrow night. We're having fun with what we do for the most part.
He's the crybaby of the band, played around the railroad tracks growing up. You might see him in a cab in his future. Chicago's Born for This Moment is available. Lee Loughnane, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you very much. Bye.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.